Hello, welcome to this very gentle chair yoga practice for seniors. In this practice, we start out with some gentle breath work, 10 nice slow breaths, just centering ourselves and letting go of distractions for the practice. And then we do asanas or movements in the chair. So we stretch muscles, we do twists and lengthen side muscles. We do a little bit of work on the legs and the hips, the shoulders. And then we end the practice with a quiet posture called Savasana. And it's that resting posture at the end of practice where we can allow all the benefits of our movements to digest and integrate into our system. So I hope you enjoy the practice. If you do, I hope you'll hit the like button down below and share it with friends if you think they might also enjoy this short practice in a chair. Subscribe if you like, and you'll be notified of future episodes that I post. So let's get started. So find a nice tall spine. Lift your sternum and the crown of your head. Draw your navel gently in towards your spine and roll your shoulders up and back. Relax your hands on your lap. And with your eyes open or closed, your choice, just begin to notice your breath. Don't try to change it, just notice how it feels as you breathe in and breathe out. You might notice the quality of the air as it comes in through the nostrils. It might be cool or warm. It could be moist or dry. Feeling it move down the throat and into the chest. And perhaps you might even feel it as deep as the belly gently moves outward away from the spine. But don't force anything to happen. Just notice what is happening as you complete these 10 centering breaths. See if you can quiet the mind by just letting go of thought. That's often difficult to do, but if we rest our awareness on the breath, it often helps us to quiet that chatter. And after your next breath out, open your eyes if you had them closed. And find a nice tall spine. Once again, roll your shoulders up and back a few times. And then roll them forward a few times. And then rest your hands on your lap. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. We'll do a little bit of work on our neck to begin with, so we'll work down the body today. Starting with the neck, we take a nice breath in, and as we exhale, we nod towards the chest. Keep those shoulders away from the ears, though, and keep the spine nice and tall. So there's a stretch in the back of the neck here. Perhaps you might feel it on the shoulders as well. And on the inhale, lift the chin and look towards the ceiling. Try to keep the back of the neck long, though, so you're not throwing your head way back. It's just a lifting of the chin, a stepping back of the crown of the head. And as you exhale, bring it back down to your chest. So with your own breath, breathe in and out as you let the chin dip and then let it lift. And then pause when your chin is parallel to the floor. And we'll go from side to side. So take a nice breath in. Exhale, look to the left. And inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, look to the right. And just notice how it feels. You might be tight or stiff. So honor wherever you need to stop. Don't force anything to happen here. We're just observing, noticing, and perhaps over the course of repetition, there might be a little bit of more movement as the neck warms up, but don't worry if that doesn't happen. One more on each side. And then pause in the center. Chin is forward. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Keep the shoulders parallel so you're not leaning to make this happen. You're just tipping your head as far as is comfortable. Don't force. Inhale back up and exhale, let it fall to the other side. So it's a gentle little stretch as we move from side to side. Keep the breath nice and fluid and full. And one more on each side. And then pause when the chin is parallel to the floor. And with your eyes open or closed, we're going to draw figure eights lying on their sides. Might call them infinity signs. So we're just going to make loops side by side with our nose. A nice fluid movement again. And if you encounter pain, make the loop smaller so don't go so far. So we never want to stay with pain. If there's pain, just modify it. Pause in the center and reverse direction. And then pause when you're at the center once again. And we'll draw figure eights standing up. So let the loops be on top of each other this time. Fat or skinny, big or small. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed, away from the ears. Notice what direction you're going in and then reverse that direction. And then pause when your chin is parallel to the ground. Bring your hands down by your sides and we will take 4 big sun breaths. So turn your palms outward, and as you inhale, sweep your arms wide and up overhead. As high as they'll go. If they don't get all the way up, that's okay. Exhale, turn the palms away, float the arms back down. So nice full breaths, beginning to feel a stretch through the rib cage as we fill up and reach overhead. And that was the second one. So we're going to do 4. We'll have 2 more to go. So inhale, fill up, reach up, nice stretch through the side body, and exhale, bring it back down. And here's the last one. Fill up as you reach to the side and then up overhead. And as you exhale, bring it back down. Beautiful. We're going to take some lateral stretches here. And in doing so, you can hold the seat of the chair or just let this right arm dangle down. The left arm will come out to the side, palm up. And we're going to reach up overhead. And if your shoulder doesn't like that, you can just bring your hand to your shoulder or to your head. Or if you're able, reach high and then lean to the side. So no matter where your hand is, see if you can get a nice stretch through the left side of your body as you lean over to the right. Take a couple of breaths here. So we want to keep our core engaged. So the navel is drawn in and the left shoulder draws slightly back. Your gaze can be anywhere you like. It can be straight ahead, down towards the ground, up towards the ceiling, wherever your neck is happy. On your next inhale, bring both arms up and we'll go to the other side. So left arm down, either dangling or holding. And the right arm up, or hand on shoulder, hand on head, or a nice reach tall to the ceiling. Wherever you are with that hand, take a lean, this time over to the left. So you might find that you can extend your arm on this side where you couldn't on the other, or vice versa. So always honoring what your body will allow for you, no matter which side we're working on, right? And sometimes it's very, very different from one side to the other. So we're breathing into the right side of our body. Nice full breath. So I'm going to dangle my hand. And that just makes me work a little bit harder. If this isn't possible for you, hold on to the chair. Nice big breaths into the right side. So we're opening up those intercostal muscles, those little muscles between our ribs. Bring yourself back up, bring your hands on your lap. So those intercostal muscles can sometimes get tight. And when they're restricted, when we breathe, it restricts the expansion of our rib cage, which will in turn compromise the expansion in the lungs. It doesn't have as much room. So we always want to get those muscles working for us. They also help us with rotation. So we're going to do rotations next. So take opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Sit nice and tall. And on an exhale, rotate to your right. And we're just going to flow from side to side. So your knees are facing forward and you're rotating through the ribs and shoulders. Maybe the head turns to look over the back shoulder, your choice. Come back to center on your inhale and then rotate in the other direction. So you're going to rotate to the left as far as your body will comfortably go. We never want to force. And take a peek over that left shoulder. And then with your own breath, inhaling to center and exhaling to one side or another, wherever you are. You might not be in the same position as me because you're moving with your own breath. Inhale to center, exhale, rotate to the other side. And back to center, and we'll do one more on each side. So exhale, rotate. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, rotate. Other direction. And come back. Bring your hands down onto your lap. Take a nice big breath in to shrug up. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. Let it go. Love that. Inhale. And sigh it out. Great. So we're going to start to work from into our shoulders a wee bit. So take your hands onto your shoulders, elbows as high as your shoulders if your body will allow for that, and start to draw little circles with your elbows. Pay attention to what direction you're going in because we will be turning in the opposite direction. These circles can be big or small, whatever's comfortable for you. Keep them slow though. And then reverse direction. And then pause when your elbows are out to the side. So your elbows are as high as your shoulders if possible. On an inhale, elbows turn up. Maybe the hands meet behind your neck. Exhale, the elbows come down and the upper arms are against your ribs. So we're moving up and down with our breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. So we're not only working the shoulders here, we're also starting to work the back muscles. And then pause when your elbows are out to the side. So we're going to press our elbows back. That's going to give us a nice stretch through the upper chest here, through the pectoral muscles. We can let the gaze go up as well, and maybe a little tilt forward of the pelvis. As we exhale, we'll bring our elbows together. Maybe the pelvis tilts slightly back, the chin tucks. And so we'll just rock forward and back into these seated cat and cows. So we're beginning to move not only into the shoulders and the upper back, we're moving the whole spine as we do these seated cat and cows. Encouraging the flow of spinal fluid, plumping up those discs, perhaps creating a little more comfort in our movement. The next time the elbows are out in front of you, extend your arms. And we're going to tap our shoulders 10 times. So here is 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Great. Take your hands back down to your lap, shrug up on an inhale, side out on your exhale. Do as many as you like. And let go of tension. Great. So we're going to do a little bit of core work here. So when we engage our core, we want to draw our navel in towards our spine. I like to sit a little forward in my chair when I do this work, because we're going to be needing to really engage that core to lift our legs. We're going to sit, but we're going to march from a sitting position. And that we need our core to stay active in order to do that. So the navel draws in, the low ribs in, and pull them up and lift the pelvic floor. So it feels very much like these muscles through the ribs and the abdominal area are engaged. And we're simply going to march. We're going to take our right leg up and down, stay nice and tall, and left, and just marching up and down. So this works the core, it begins to work the hips, it's working the muscles and the legs. So go as high as you can. Even a tiny little movement is good. As we progress, as we continue to make these movements, we get stronger. So maybe our leg can come a little higher. So 2 more on each side. Here's 1 and 2. Great. Now bring your feet about as wide as the legs of your chair and bring your hands on your lap. Maintain that beautiful length in your spine. And we're going to just circle our upper body over our lower body. So moving again into the hips. And notice what direction you're going in. And then reverse direction. For me, I always have to think about that. Switching direction, you think it would be easy, but I don't know. Sometimes I do have to think about what direction I'm going in first. And then pause. Nice tall spine. Take your right foot off the ground and draw little circles or big circles. You can do big ones if you're ready. You can hold your leg behind or in front, or you can just go freestyle. Switch direction. And then if you can, give a nice little hug of your shin in towards your torso. And from here, rotate your ankle. So we're moving down into our feet here. Point and flex. If you're barefooted, see if you can spread your toes, curl your toes. And then bring that foot down to the ground. And take the opposite leg up. Draw circles. Again, holding is fine. We're just moving into the hips, reverse direction. And then hug that leg in. And circle. Point and flex, just wiggle all the parts of your feet that you can. And then bring that foot down, nice. So we've worked a bit into our hips. We're going to work a little bit of the muscles in our thighs. So we're going to just lift and flex one leg at a time. So we're going to extend, flex our foot, and engage our quad. So this muscle here in the front of your thigh, nice and active. Bend your foot and bring it down. Lift other leg, extend it and flex it. And really flex that muscle. Bend it and lower it. So lift, extend, flex, bend and lower. Lift, extend, flex, bend and lower. Lift, extend, flex, bend and lower. Again. And 2 more on each side. Here's 1. On the right and on the left. Last 1. Extend, flex, bend, and lower. Lift, extend, flex, bend, and lower. Great job. We're going to move into our final series of movements called sun salutation. So this works all the muscles that we've been working on. So sit nice and tall, arms relaxed down by your sides. Your feet are parallel and your knees are over your ankles. Inhale your arms overhead and exhale, come to cactus arms. Some people call these goalpost arms. On an inhale, lean slightly forward. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your lap, glide towards your knees, reach your heart forward. So here you have a choice. You can stay right here, but if you're comfortable going further, glide your hands towards your ankles and turn your head down. On an inhale, straighten your arms, reach that heart forward, and on your exhale, fold back down. To come up, you have choices. Hands can come to thighs, you can press yourself up, or you can bring your arms wide, keep that core engaged, and bring yourself all the way up. Hands overhead, through heart center, and back by your sides. We'll do 2 more of those. So inhale the arms overhead, and exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, hands to the thighs, glide toward your knees, reach your heart forward, stay here, or go all the way down. Your choice, always your choice. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold back down. On your inhale, sweep your arms wide, bring yourself all the way back up and come back to the beginning, and we will do 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lean, and exhale, glide. Stop if you want to in this position, reaching forward with your heart and crown, or come all the way down, let the crown turn down. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold, and inhale, bring it up. Core always is working in these. Press your palms together, bring your thumbs to your sternum, pause. Beautiful. And so we are just reflecting on how the body feels, eyes open or closed. See if you feel a little more warmth in the body, through the legs and the arms and the shoulders and the hips, torso. So we've moved all those parts, and movement is medicine. As long as we honor the restrictions of our body, movement is medicine. So hopefully you feel a little more energized, perhaps a little more free to move in one direction or another. And from here we allow the body to integrate all that we've done for it. So bring your hands to your lap, maybe lean back, slide forward with your butt, let your legs extend, rest your hands on your lap, find a comfortable place in your chair. You might even put a pillow behind your back. And if it's possible for you to safely get to the ground or to a couch to lie down for this piece of the practice, please do so. And once you are where you want to be for this quiet few moments at the end of practice, take a nice breath in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. And see if you can allow all the muscles in your body to relax, starting at the crown of your head, moving down the temples. The facial muscles soften, the jaw relaxes, the heart and the lungs relax, the arms and shoulders, fingers, hands, legs, the feet. So this practice of stillness at the end of a yoga practice, this posture we call Savasana, this piece of the practice that allows us to rest after we've worked our body. So it's honoring our bodies for all that it did do for us. And it's allowing that digestion and integration of those movements. So that perhaps throughout the day you might notice a little bit more range of motion, freedom of movement in one direction or another. You can stay here in this Shavasana piece for as long as you like. And when you're ready to get up, take a nice full body stretch. So reach the arms overhead, extend the legs long, take a big, big, big full breath in. And exhale, maybe you fold if you're in the chair, hug yourself, bring your forehead to your knees. If you're on the ground, you hug your knees into your chest, a nice squeeze. And then bring yourself back up. And until next time, namaste.